All right. Please, let's welcome in actor Mark Wahlberg. Mark, you're a Boston legend, but you once said, quote, "I got a lot of love for Philly. I made 5 movies in Philly. I am an honorary Philadelphian." Mark, I played in more than a dozen games in Philly, and all they do is curse me and give me the middle finger. What can I do to become an honorary Philadelphian?
You? At this stage of the game, nothing. Actually, you know what? This year, you probably could, because I think the Giants are 3-8. But no, they are so loyal, so diehard. I was named an honorary Philadelphia, but they threw snowballs at Santa Claus, so I don't think that's ever going to happen for you, Eli.
That's good.
That's a fact.
That
is a fact. Mark, you obviously starred in the 2006 movie Invincible, the true story of Vince Papale, a 30-year-old part-time bartender who tried out for the Eagles in the 70s, made the team. My question is, was it an honor to be cast in that role because the producers thought you looked like a professional athlete, or an insult because the producers thought you looked like a 30-year-old part-time bartender?
Well, actually, when I was cast, I think I was almost 40. So I think it was a bit of a compliment, but for me it was an honor, obviously, being somebody who always aspired to be an athlete. I still train like an athlete. To be able to put on that uniform was an honor. Papale, he just loved the Eagles so much that he was willing to go out there and sacrifice his body to help them win.
Mark, I know you attended
no
a few
whatsoever.
I know you attended a few of the Super Bowls that the Patriots played in, but according to my crack research team, you were at neither of the Super Bowls in which the Patriots played my Giants. So what do you remember most about watching those games on TV? And Mark, it's only the first quarter, so please take your time, give a long, thoughtful answer right here.
The only good thing about that 18-1 season is I was shooting a movie in New Zealand. So I was able to shut off my phone and not listen to anybody for a total of 4 weeks. I mean, it was a devastating loss. It's still something actually that gives me pits in my stomach when I think about it.
Good to hear.
Mark, before the Eagles and the Pats met in Super Bowl 52, you said, quote, "I think the Patriots win by 17, but if the Eagles win, I'm telling you I would be fine. If it was anybody else, I would be devastated." My question is, how are you feeling about the likelihood of an Eagles-Patriots Super Bowl rematch this season?
Well, no, I mean, if we went out, we still finish 9-8, no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. But you know what? Unlike most people, I know a lot of people take a lot of joy in seeing the Patriots be a terrible team, but I don't mind. I mean, a 20-year run, aside from losing the AFC Championship to you, Peyton, a couple of times, we had a pretty good run. So I think you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Hopefully, we'll be back sooner rather than later. Seeing the Giants in that same boat, it's a good feeling.
Feel good about that.
Yeah, you had a real good run. You had a great run.
Mark, I'm happy to have an actor on the show tonight because this morning Eli and I were having a debate with our producers about if it's cool to quote actors' lines to them when you meet them. Eli and I are certain that actors love this. Do they?
It depends on the line, and it depends on the actor. For sure.
I met the cast of Hoosiers this past weekend, one of the great thrills of my life, and I went up to each of them and quoted lines. I think they liked it, right? I mean, look, that is Ollie right here. I said, growing him kind of small down on the farm. I said, Strap, God wants you on the floor. Raid, 5 passes. Buddy, it was Denteen. Jimmy Chitwood, run the picket fence. They loved it. Eli thinks I annoyed them. What do you think, Mark?
Well, I tell you what, they probably didn't mind, but if it was Gene Hackman, he'd probably give you a little slappy slap.
You're saying Norman Dale wouldn't have liked that?
I'm just saying.
My team's on the floor. My team's on the floor.
Do you like it when they don't call you by your name, they call you by the character name?
No. You know what? I always get confused with other people, and I never correct anybody. I just say thank you.
I'm the guy who does his job. You must be the other guy.
See, that was good. Like when, a former president quoted that line, that was pretty good. And that was a good delivery, by the way.
Thank you.
That was
Don't
actually
compliment
very
him.
good.
Don't, Mark. Don't compliment him. It doesn't do us any good. Hey, Mark, you became something of a modeling icon back in the 90s when your famous Calvin Klein ad debuted, and I'm going to show you the ad when we have a second, along with another photo from the 1990s. Now, Mark, that is Peyton there on the right when he was at Tennessee. As an expert in the industry, can you explain why Peyton's modeling career never took off like yours?
I think the photo was self-explanatory, but you know he's done quite well with his football career, his commentary, and also his commercial career. I mean, he's a wonderful actor. You know,
I mean, Peyton,
I think that's got to be padding. That's got to be padding under there too. I think he was just putting that on. Can't drink that much beer in college.
Most people, like when they wear the shoulder pad picture, they're shirtless. I mean, like this guy, they're shirtless underneath the pads.
Yeah.
Who wears like a long sleeve XXX T-shirt under the pads like that? Like, look at this guy.
There we go.
That's why you take the shirt off.
See.
That's why you take the shirt off.
Wow.
Good tackle.